The crypto market is a little bit rocky at the moment, and this is affecting the NFT market. So what I want to do today is show you 5 NFT projects that are just kind of fun, look good, good vibes to hopefully bring back that bullish mentality. Now, number 1 on the list is Yagiverse. Now, I love this project. I've been speaking to the founder when it comes down to this project. I've been speaking to Kaylaquo. Now, Kay, this is his Twitter account. I've been talking to him, got access to the Discord. Now look, what I want to touch on here is how the founder is actually kind of navigating the space. You can see they've done a collab with Doodles, and then they've also done a collab with Cool Cats, and they've got a bunch more coming up. Now, when you actually jump over and check out the founder's OpenSea account, what you can actually notice here is they've actually bought an other deed for the project themselves. Then they've got a Dippies, you can see an invisible Frens here, and you can see some ENS addresses. So you can actually kind of get an idea of what they've actually done. Now, the reason that I find the other deed sort of land good is the fact that they want to incorporate this into the long-term plan, but the fact is getting this upfront before people have even handed over some mint money kind of shows that the founder's really behind it and really doing it. Now, another thing that I really want to touch on about this project is the fact that when it comes down to the launch, they've got a very solid team behind it. Now, when I'm talking about a solid team, they've got a project that's done, that's launched recently, very smooth, quality devs, people that are actually kind of really good in the space that have done this launch. I can't disclose it just yet because they're locking in these details, but the fact is this is going to be a smooth launch. This isn't going to be a FUD launch. This will be a good one from the partnerships that they're actually making, which I love and which I think is very important when it comes down to the NFT space. Now, when you actually have a look in their Discord, here are some sneak peeks here. In their Discord, they've got sort of almost 3,000 people in their Discord, and on Twitter they've got 16,000, and here are some of the sneak peeks. So that is the first project that I kind of want to show off to you. Now, the second one, getting a bit of momentum, and the mint is happening in the next day or so, and that is Mushy Monsters. Now, I spoke to these guys early on when they had like sub 1,000, sub 2,000, had to talk to them, had a video chat with the team, which I think is very important when someone like myself is having calls with these projects. When you can actually jump on a video call and you can actually kind of see them and hear them, it's quite a good thing. So when it comes down to Mushy Monsters, they've got 5,555 supply, and the artist is tagged in, and I think that is a good thing. And I ended up speaking to the artist and the rest of the team on that video chat. They're doing some decent kind of collabs with people. So you can see one with Yogis and I think you see one with the Logics, so you can kind of see that they're actually kind of fitting in with the genre that they've got and the people that they're kind of working with, and I think that is really cool. When it comes down to the art's kind of cool, and they're actually going to be incorporating a lot of merch into it, and the idea is that on some of the team, they just don't kind of have sort of Web3 dudes. One of the guys on the team, he comes from a production background, so that's why some of these kind of little promos have a little bit more kind of sort of source to them, which I think is kind of cool. They're gaining up a little bit of momentum before the release, so you can see 27, so I think they'll hit 30,000 before the launch. So this is something that I've been across them since the beginning, and we had a nice chat and we built up a bit of a relationship. Now, next one I kind of want to jump on and touch on, which I think is pretty cool, is Skatebirds. Now, a whole bunch of people have been talking about Skatebirds. I think NFT Pass is done. Pretty much everyone's spoken about them. 3,333 launching in May. Now, I actually did get whitelist for this using Kosher Kit. There was a giveaway within, because I'm using Kosher Kit, giveaway within his Discord, so that actually kind of, it's done quite well. So if Skatebirds ends up being a flip, that'll kind of pay for itself. 63,000 followers on Twitter, gaining a lot of momentum. Now, I kind of really like the art style. I kind of really like the fun skateboard aspect because I am a skateboarder myself. So I think this is kind of cool. I think it's got enough hype to kind of pop off and kick off. So yeah, I just want to kind of bring this one because it's almost like a no-brainer to kind of point this out in the grand scheme of things. Now, the next one is kind of just starting off, and they're minting towards the end of May, and it is Honey Frens. Now, the reason I want to kind of bring up Honey Frens is this is using the Cartoons launchpad. So Cartoons, they launched back in sort of 1st of April, I believe, and this was like one of the sort of the dark days when it comes down to NFTs and the launches. It was crazy. There was Cartoons, there was Rubber Duck Bath Party and Antonym, and this was right on a very low period of volume. but it actually did decently well after the mint. So Cartoons was pretty hyped. So Cartoons has their launch pad and they're actually launching Honey Friends. So that's why I kind of wanted to bring this to you, because if the team that did Cartoons was able to generate a whole bunch of hype, but this was off the back of the kind of PFP meta, so that's where this kind of kicked in. But the fact is, you can kind of get a hint of that. You can see a similar style when it comes down to the artwork, but they are going to have some utility when it comes down to tokens, honey tokens, and this is kind of a play that a lot of sort of projects are doing. So with this project, what I would suggest doing is jumping on, following it, and seeing how it tracks, because at the moment, they've still got another 3 weeks before their launch, so I can see this kind of starting to build up a little bit of momentum, but being in there now kind of helps you if you do want to get onto the whitelist for something like Honey Friends. Now, the last one I want to touch on, it's going to almost hit 100k, and it's minting super soon. It is Flower Fam, 91,000 followers on Twitter, getting a lot of hype and a lot of heat. When it comes down to the artwork, like again, this just is fun, easy to digest kind of artwork. And the collaborations that they're doing is crazy. So you got Tasty Bones. I've actually seen, so yeah, Amir, my boy Amir's doing a giveaway, a collab. I've done one with them. So yes, full disclosure, I am on the whitelist for Flower Fam, so this can be seen as pumping my own bag. So from the flower paper, to keep this video kind of quite short, I'm just going to touch on some of the main points. So they're going to be having games each week, and then you're going to have a chance at winning some of the royalties from the secondary sales. So this will be good in the very first few weeks, but usually as a project kind of slows down when it comes down to the amount of royalties, this will kind of dry up and the rewards will be less and less. They are releasing a DAO, but I kind of expect that in most projects these days. The project is community first with community-driven initiatives. I'm kind of impartial to that. They've got the 6969 supply with a lot of the features, which I think is cool. Now, when it comes down to the ecosystem and how it all kind of works, you will mint a flower. Then from this flower, you will be able to stake and then get honey tokens. So after you've got your flower, you take it, and the rarer the flower, the more honey coin you get when it's staked. And you can see a breakdown of the sort of flowers there. Then they've got another aspect called the bees. Now, the idea is that the bees go out, and then you've got a chance if you've got your flower and your honey coin, but then if you actually get a bee and the flowers, you can kind of end up doubling the reward that you get. And then from that, you then get you've got the prizes that you can win, and then there is some gamification when it comes down to seeds and raising additional flowers to kind of build out the ecosystem. Now, I know I've completely butchered that, but you should definitely go out and have a deeper read on the project, because I didn't want to make this video too long just about one project. So those are 5 projects that just kind of have a throwback to that January bull run period, hoping that that can bring back some of those good bullish vibes to the market. So if you found value in this video, please consider hitting up that subscribe button, and while you're down there, also hit up the like button. As always, it's been a pleasure having you with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.